What a day. What a day. We love Fridays.
Yes.
Adam Shalfa with Joseph Willems. Joseph, thank you so much for joining me in the studio.
Feel free to invite me anytime, man. Feel free to invite me anytime.
Well, you know, I love having you in, and I love talking about fall colors. I feel like I say this almost every time lately, but this truly is my favorite time of year, and we're just starting to see some beautiful foliage as we get ready to transition into October.
Yeah, it's the perfect season to go like paint a picture or whatever you like to do over the weekend. In my case,
love that. Painting some fall colors.
Either that or take some photos.
Sure.
And sending them to Valley News Live while you're at it.
And if you do make a painting, send a picture of the painting. Because I'm sure we'd love to see that too.
Don't leave us be with that, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's got puns, folks. He'll
Absolutely.
be here all weekend.
Yep. Thank you. Literally, I have to work this weekend. So, anyway. So you wanted to know what we're seeing so far regarding foliage, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So just as we're near peak, technically speaking, and so far we're in the yellow colors. That indicates around average peaking taking place, mostly near the Red River Valley, for instance, western half of Lakes Country, northern half of Minnesota too, and in eastern Minnesota as well. So some areas are starting to see their fall colors coming through, but other areas like central Minnesota, not so much. So some areas are trying to get that color, but other areas not so much currently.
And so just to reference the map key, if we will, so it looks like once we get kind of that near peak, we're gonna start to see some of these reds. When do you think that'll come?
I think it won't start coming until mid-October, and there are a couple of reasons for that. So we had a wet spring, and that led to some funguses affecting trees in parts of Minnesota, and I would suspect in parts of North Dakota too. So that can affect fall colors. Mostly day length affects fall colors, right? But things like precipitation and temperature do the same thing. In the case we had a wet spring, a hot summer, and then a pretty warm September, all of which can affect fall colors here. So I suspect it may not be until mid-October that we start to see some of those reds trying to push into our region.
Okay, and so then we're still, it's getting pretty out there.
Yeah.
Maybe about another 3-4 weeks before we're seeing the real peak and pop.
That's right. And just to give you some context, normally we see peak colors in early October, so we get a little bit later in peak color compared to average for this time of year.
Okay.
But we are going to be keeping an eye on that though.
Well, very good, very good. And this looks like this is, so for the whole country here.
Yeah. No, for the whole country, you wouldn't see like peak colors in the southern U.S. until mid-November, and that's because temperatures start getting low enough for those colors to start dropping there.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you would have already started seeing peak colors in the Rockies in late September.
Let's play a fun little game here. So I got, where do you got some family members who might be seeing some foliage? So you're from Indiana. So they're kind of waiting for that late October, early November.
Yeah.
I got some family members over here. Yep, over here. And so I think they're kind of starting to see some stuff.
They should already be seeing that, yes.
Very good. And then my sister out in California, she's still got a ways to wait.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But unless she lives in like the mountains of California.
Okay. Yeah, nothing yet. Okay, that's fun. It's fun to see this map and just kind of see. And then, poor Florida. They just don't get any.
Yeah, pretty much. They're warm all the time.
Yeah.
They're hot all the time.
And sometimes too hot.
Yeah.
Sometimes too hot.
Oh yeah. Well, at least we're not seeing that heat here.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
that's the good news. But I guess we were talking a little bit before this, and you were asked about locations too.
Yeah. Let's get into some of those good locations.
So let's go back to this graphic. The gist is, I think one of the best places to go would be like in northeastern North Dakota, northwestern Minnesota, somewhere in like Kittson County.
Okay.
Maybe like Lake Bronson in Kittson County, either that or Pembina Gorge in Pembina County, North Dakota. That would be just a couple examples on the top of my head where you would want to go if you wanted to start seeing fall colors this upcoming weekend.
And then you can kind of plan some trips too over the next few weekends when they might really start peaking, but good information to know.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Very
Speaking of the weekend, let me get to the weekend forecast really quickly. Going to be pretty warm, being in the 80s, mostly sunny skies. It's going to be feeling like summertime this weekend. So if you love the 80s, this is great. plenty of sunshine. Definitely go out and try to at least observe some fall color if you can, especially in the northern half of our region this weekend.
Excellent. Looks like it's going to be a great weekend. We'll have more talk about the weekend later on the weekend Funcast. Joseph, thank you so much for
You're
joining
welcome.
me in studio for a fun little update on fall colors. And don't forget to send us those pictures.
Or paintings.
Or paintings.
Yeah.
Paintings especially. I want to see some paintings. That's a challenge to those watching. Send us some paintings. I love that idea, Joseph.
Yeah.
And just for the people tuning in right now, give them a reminder where they can submit those pics.
Go to valleynewslive.com, click on the Submit Your Photos and Videos tab that's on the left side of the news page.
Beautiful. Thank you. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time on Valley News Now.